let's see here. Get over to Hex Streams mode. So this is the final of the Hex Bash, or the Hex Clash, excuse me. In the Clash, starts as sealed, and then from there, you split off. The top 8 split off into a draft, and so we are seeing the final round of the draft. Only Vazrael and Wortex are left. They both went with the Blackberry Knight as their champion in the draft.
But one looks like they went way more diamond than the other, at least in their opening hands. It appears that way.
So we have Gliscade for a little bit of control in the opening hand. We have Glaciate, so we've got some control up there. We have Shenanigator for card draw from Wortex. Vazrael has 4 different resources, probably all the threshold you want. Lost in the City, Dreamsmoke Duplicity to create a copy of a troop.
I got wrecked by that card this weekend.
Create a copy of that troop and put it into your hands. You get somebody's thing, and then Snarling Vine Toad can be a trick, a surprise troop. By the way, this seems like an obscenely good card to have main deck in a kind of a mirror match, because whatever you rip off their deck, you can probably actually use it.
All right, let's rip through this.
All right, so we're gonna, let me see here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. We're not gonna do everything 100% live speed because there's not a lot that happens in the opening turns. But we're gonna rip through some of these opening turns at high speed, and then once things start getting real, I'm gonna slow it back down to normal speed so we can talk about it. But both players right now just dropping some shards.
Boom Bunch out early from Vazrael. And our opponent doesn't have anything until 3 with the Shenanigator, right? No, that's right. He's got Echo Horn on 2.
All right, an Echo Horn here. Rowdy, summon an Echo with this troop's attack and defense. So if you can stack some buffs on this and then start tripping your Rowdy triggers, you could get a payoff of a bunch of really high-powered troops.
Both are going to have... No. Our opponent's not going to have Grapes on turn, and he goes with a Ruby threshold.
Yeah, so that's a 4-shard. Wortex running 4 shards.
He could have just not cared about the Ruby. Or not cared about the other threshold. This game looks handily in Vazrael's favor, though.
Drop this back down to normal speed. So Vine Toad played as a combat surprise here, and it creates a second Echo Horn. So now Wortex does have 3 blockers on the board.
Probably double blocks Boon and blocks the Root Beer Floater.
Yep, so you could get 2 threats off the board that way, and I think I'm playing. Let's advance a step. So Ooh, that's a good response. Dreamsmoke Duplicity is going to throw the frog back in hand and create a copy for Vazrael.
And now he's got 2 Vine Toads. One Vortex is going to know about, and one he will not.
Alright, so it says I'm a normal seed. Okay, so it double blocks the Boon Bunch, and they trade there. So now Vazrael has a 3/4.
Still off in Sapphire, so he can't play anything except for his Vine Toad again.
Yeah, meanwhile Vazrael basically hitting all the drops.
I mean, he had to know this was coming again, so...
Yep,
he can play his in response and buff it. Yep.
So
Jimmy Buffett plays it.
You lured out the frog at a time where it's not really advantageous for Wortex.
But he does his Sapphire now, so he's going to go to 3 troops on the board and hold up enough for Glaciate, right? It's a 3-drop?
Glaciate is a 2-cost basic action.
Sorry, the Gliscade.
Yes, Gliscade.
Yes,
the names are close enough. Yes, stun target opposing troop and ready a troop you control. That is a viable play. Although goes for the Glaciate on one of the Grapes of Wrath. Take that off the board.
Interesting.
I think that reverts the buffs off of it too. So
Oh
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
pay
yeah, yeah.
when you pay
That
5
made
to
that
revert
makes
it, you're just getting a lowly regular Grapes of Wrath again.
Still not in a great spot though. His trades are bad at best, and he doesn't know that Vazrael's holding another Vine Toad here, so no trade is good.
Yeah, on one resource, there's not a lot that Wortex could have for Vazrael to be worried about, so this is very safe. I'm just going to swing with everything and make you do the math or make the hard decisions. And we're on normal speed, so you can tell there was some thinking time involved with this.
Yeah, he's just gonna lose his Toad here, and pumps the other grapes. That's 2, 4, 7 still going through. Yeah, you could probably play this at quick speed. The rest out. I don't foresee Wortex coming back from this.
Yep, so now does. Oh, is Shard Call, does it have to
Oh
exist in your deck?
no, I
No, it's
think
just
I
every
think he
choice.
just did that to taunt him.
Yeah, that could be a mind games thing where it's like, do I actually have Ruby or do I not?
I'm pretty sure that was 100% for the taunt.
All right, Gliscade going for a stun. Lost in the City is going to throw those 2 cards back in hand. So
But he can play
Vortex is
them right back out.
hanging in there.
He's hanging. Oh, he gets a sugar push. And some life gain on the board. He's coming from a huge deficit, and Vazrael has a loss in the city in hand to swing back any potential blockers. He's on 1.
No, you can't play Cannibalize because that costs 2 health, so you can't
Yep.
run that to try to
Oh,
draw
he
more
hit another
cards.
Vine Toad. He'll have at least a good, which he doesn't use there to gain some more health. Maybe it's just he wouldn't have saved it anyway.
Yep, so Vine Toad can block one thing.
But it's just gonna get lost.
City just gets
Why
blocked.
did he
That's still
earlier?
That's well, and now you just replay it and do that all over again. So it's still not lethal for another turn.
But he was out of his block phase, so he couldn't reblock with it. Dementia and the concede.
And
it was a little closer than I thought it was going to be, but
so now let me get back over to our Talking Heads mode while I get the next game.
What is life? TCG Cloak, those are hard habits to break. Yeah, they are hard to break.
All right, so round 2. Winner of the first game. Don't tell me that was Bob. Silly thing. So Vazrael won game 1. And we're now going to get game 2 fired up. And once I have game 2 fired up, I will jump back over to the corner.
I mean, I feel like that one's not nearly as bad as some keyword messages. The champions all have a number of points that you must reduce to 0.
All right, so we have game 2. Let's see if they keep these hands or not. All right, both player. Oh wait, no, they're still in the mulligan phase. I'll let this run until we know. Yep. All right, so both players keep their hands. And these look like decent starting hands from a threshold perspective. You've got Wortex. Oh, this is Wortex. We saw Wortex had some Ruby earlier on. So Wortex,
yeah,
2 roots, basically has access to. I think.
Yeah, I mean, he could be playing.
Fox, you've got all the fixing you could want in this hand.
Yeah, he's got the fixing. I'm really curious if he has like a high end Ruby bomb in his deck, because I don't see why else he'd be running 2 different routes that make a Ruby shard.
Right. Vazrael on top has 3 resources of cross thresholds, a boon bunch, Lost in the City. The replay keeps wanting me to show Treacherous Search, but you can fish for a card here, and Shard Call. So both people high on fixing, not very high on threats, I would say, but they can set up their game pretty well.
Yeah, neither of them are throwing those hands back. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, if I see my basic thresholds like that in my starting hand, I'm not throwing that either.
I really want to see Wortex's Ruby threat though. Right, Wortex also rocking the AA Roombind sleeves. Could have door prized it, but could have won the
Awarded
Clash
from the
last
Hex
week too.
Clash.
I don't remember who the winners were last week. Or last couple weeks. It's the Clash finals, Marty.
So this is game 2. Vazrael won game 1. All right, so I'm gonna bring it back to.
He's got the.
Slow things down. Bring it back to.
So he's got the
normal
drifting
speed.
remnant, and then, yeah, he uses the battle. That's all right. And then he'll play the Boon Bunch out next to give the remnant flight. But our Wortex is sitting there ready with the Vine Toad again.
Yep.
He's not going to get that remnant in. Oh, he doesn't even swing.
Vazrael doesn't swing. Maybe he's afraid of Toad.
Well, he did hold up 4. It's a pretty good tell.
Yeah,
But now he can
5.
play a flyer, but he can play the flyer out to block still. Hextricator, he's going for the full Monty.
All right, so he's just Vazrael opting to go wide first and deal damage later.
Pretty sure Vazrael is not running any other thresholds. I'm pretty sure is just a straight up taunt. On the other hand, I think Wortex actually does have some one thing in his deck.
Wortex at 6 makes Grapes doesn't play anything, so really.
All right, now
telegraphing here.
Now it's
I got
fine.
a Toad.
Yep, they both have it, and he knows it.
I Toad, you Toad.
He has to though. He can't just not block that.
Yeah. Well, if you're Vazrael, you have 2 options. You can either Toad a Toad, or you can Lost in the City to right now.
I'd
get
Lost
2
the City
blockers off the
personally
board.
first.
Yeah, you probably do want to Lost in the City here. Get 2. Oh, I'm still on pause mode. Sorry. Yep, Lost in the City is the play. Get 2 of those blockers off the table before blockers can even be assigned.
Mm-hmm. Now he's got just all bad blocks. You can double block the 3/2.
You have no block where a troop survives, so you can double block and take one thing off the board, or you just spread your blocks to try to save yourself.
You double block the Boon Bunch, right? Like that's got to be the play. I feel, yeah. Nailed it. I am not terrible at this game. Glaciate and Vine Toad now though. I still don't see him digging himself out. This is a good scary deck. My deck would have gotten pulverized by this, the one I played. Actually, I may have actually played one of these guys because I got beat by a deck, by this shard combination deck while playing in the Clash. Oh, but this is the finals, so this isn't the actual Swiss round.
This is the finals. The winner of this game wins $500. And
just like that, they make it look so easy.
The loser of the match is $250. All right, so there's a lot of time spent on blocking there and figuring out how to do that. Now Treacherous played for 5 to trigger Rowdy, and this is commanding. And we see Rickety Wrecker. Other troops you control have +1/+1, and while you control troops +1 in flight. That's a bomb.
That's G's.
That's a bomb. So
he can if Wortex doesn't. It's not gonna matter. I was gonna say he could Glaciate it, but he's just gonna buy himself a turn, and he's gonna play the Glaciate now.
Yeah. So you have a Toad and a Lost in the City, but you can only play 1.
And he has Toad, and Vazrael has a Toad now too. So they're in the same exact spot where all the advantage that we just thought Wortex had, he's not. He just thinks he has it.
Yeah. Vazrael over here is shouting to himself, "Get riggedy wrecked!" in his best Rick and Morty impression. Well, he swings over. He's like, "I got $500."
That's game, right? No, he can lost. No matter what he lost, he takes 4.
Yeah, you take out 4 and 3, and you're still eating 4.
That should be game.
Yeah. Why pause button stuck? So Oh, he got rid of the
Oh,
commander
no,
gem.
it's still 4 though.
Still
Yeah,
dead.
it's still 4.
Still dead.
Still
So
4.
Vazrael wins the Hex Clash